Hey, y'all. Let me tell you, it is freezing out here in Central Texas. And I just did this really to get over my fear of being back on camera again. I'm cold, yo. This thermostat may say 55, but it's not 55 in my life. So I'm going to make a super quick soup. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because me and my besties are doing another no sugar 3-day fast. It's a little traumatizing, but we are going to do it. So I am going to be super quick because I'm going to chop this up. We always like onions. And I know it looks weird. I'm going to put it right here in my trusty dandy, super tiny actually, processor. And we're going to process it real quick. Oh yeah, it doesn't show for you, huh? Let me show you. Let me get this going. We're doing the easy button on this right now. So, here's my pot. I am about that easy but healthy life. So, I'm going to dump this in here. And then I'm not going to worry about putting that out because I'm just going to throw more stuff in here. I'm going to throw jalapeno in here. I'm going to throw zucchini in here. I'm going to put some cauliflower in it. Because, sad to say, my love of potatoes is stymied because we're having a sugar fast. Because I don't know if you guys knew this, but potatoes turn right into sugar every time you're trying to digest them. So, no potatoes for 3 days. That's kind of sad. But I do want my soup to be hot. So I am going to add this jalapeno in here super fast. Take out most of the seeds. Leave a few in there just for spices. I know even though you may or may not like spicy food, it's really good for your heart and for your circulation. So if you can stand it, throw a pepper or two. That capsaicin is really amazing for your body. Or cayenne pepper it. Cayenne pepper is always a fan favorite where we can just sprinkle a little on here. Yeah. Let me tell you, I know you're probably like, why is she using that little tiny thing? I got to check Amazon. I just sent back a, where's my favorite little tool right here? A super nice NutriChef. That looks pretty good, but I think I want it to be a little bit smaller. A NutriChef, dump this right in here. Food processor. And I got it because it had a function in which you could also juice. So you could put the juice in the top and then make it, pulse or spin, and then you get juice as well as the pulp. Because I had a juicer, I didn't use it enough, and it was a problem to clean, and so I got rid of it. And yeah, I used it 2, maybe 3 times. Sucker, stop working on me. And the worst part is it did that when I was trying to make juice. The whole reason I bought it, because there were a whole bunch of other processors and whatnot, but they were just the regular average type of deal. I think I need this a little bit more choppy. That's better. So I just packaged it up and sent it back to Amazon this past week. And I actually need to go back on my account and check if they have provided my refund. Because unfortunately, there's always 50 million more things to purchase, right? So I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Amazon has a business Look at that. To me, that looks delicious. They have a business account too. And when you get a business account, they will allow you to purchase things on credit, right? So 30, 60, or 90-day net credit terms, basically, but you can buy it and then purchase it or pay for it later. I learned this little tip of keeping your ginger frozen so it doesn't go bad as fast. And I suppose I could have put this into a thing, but sometimes I like to get those little pieces of ginger. Ladies and gentlemen, something else that you should be incorporating into your daily health food diet: raw ginger. My new thing is raw turmeric. I just ran out. So definitely get some raw ginger, some raw turmeric. Shout out to Wild Produce in Sacramento. I miss them. I'm in Texas now, but they had everything. They had soursop. They had dragon fruit. Yeah, I loved that place. Still looking for the Central Texas equivalent. We're going to get on that. Meantime, though, let's add. What? I said we're going to make this hot, right? It's cold outside. We're going to get warm on the inside. So I'm going to add this. Maybe we'll do 2 stalks of celery. I got to use it up. And we're going to put this big old giant pepper in here. Love it. These are also good. These are not so spicy. These are poblanos. And I do love my poblanos. They're not as spicy. They have a nice kick to them, but they have a delicious flavor. And as I disappear from the screen, that's because I'm also a big proponent of please wash your vegetables, ladies and gentlemen. Over here making tasty soup with pesticides on it. And I know a lot of people are also big proponents of washing with just water. No. Others like to use hydrogen peroxide. Recommend baking soda. I'm down with that. I'm obsessed. I dilute my Dr. Bronner's and I use it for everything. So I have a solution that I keep on my kitchen sink. So anytime I need to wash produce, it's right there. I dash it, clean it, rinse it, cook it, yo. All right. So let me throw this back in here, because most of the time I would just do it by hand, but easy button. You know why it's the easy button, y'all? I'm supposed to be working, don't tell. But technically, I suppose this could be a break. I could just put myself on break, but let me see. What time is it? 11:41? I guess it could be called lunch. As you can see, I'm not that concerned. This has absolutely nothing to do with food or gardening or eating healthy or alkaline. But why is my job playing with me? Sending me out to pay $100 and something to get my fingerprints done. Talking about we're going to reimburse you. And then playing with my money. So it would behoove them to run my cash as promised. Maybe I'd be a little bit more motivated at the day job. That's a lie. I won't be. Anyway, got it. I was checking my Twitter feed this morning on my herb channel, and I saw that one of my folks were saying that the price of Vidalia onions is going up. Something about there's a National Onion Association. They've determined that they must raise prices and they're talking about going up to $4 to $5 a bag. Crack. Like this bag that I just paid maybe, I don't know, $2.50 for. Now, granted, it was at Aldi's, and we all love Aldi's. But yeah, that's ridiculous. Look at this. It smells amazing too, I have to tell you. Let me see. And the only other thing I want in here, this one didn't go too well, so we'll put this back in here. And then I'm going to put in some mushrooms. What did I do with those mushrooms? I don't know, maybe I left them in here. Yep, I did. Okay, so I'm totally fine with you guys giving me information because I don't know anything. I'm still learning everything, promise. But let me tell you something. I saw those stories that some people said about not washing your chicken. Now, is it the same people that don't wash their legs in the shower? I don't know. But let me tell you something. I love my mushrooms, but you're not going to tell me not to rinse them off because that, ladies and gentlemen, is dirt. And I don't care about my mushrooms being a little wet. See how that comes off? Yeah, we rinse our mushrooms around here. We rinse in chicken when we make it for the carnivores that live in the house. Because, I can't force everybody to eat like me. But I'm going to cook for them. And when I do, I'm damn well going to wash their chicken. And I'm going to go wash my mushroom. So I know it's supposed to be a no bueno type of thing to rinse your mushrooms and get them waterlogged. Yeah, no. I don't put soap on them. I do just use water because they do absorb. And as much as I love Dr. Bronner's, I don't necessarily want to, have it infused into my mushrooms. Now, I am going to cut these mushrooms because I want a little chunk in my soup. And these will be the meat or potato chunks. I'm going to save these other two. So I think I might do some burgers later in the week. Say we're going to be on this fast for 3 days. I got to save some food for the other 2 days, right? Let me see. I think I have some other mushrooms in here. Let me look. Oh, these are sliced mushrooms. I don't want those. Okay, well, we'll just skip that. And we'll just go right to the cauliflower then. And these I'm also going to leave a little chunky because I like to have them have that little bit of a little bit of a, let me see. I think I'm going to just, I don't know. I'm going to cut it in half. I don't need all this. As you see, my pot is almost full already. I did rinse these off because I put some of this, as you see, on the whole cauliflower. But, the way they have E. coli and things of that nature running around town, a little extra rinse will not hurt you. Might save a life. So, re-rinse we shall. Yeah, so I meant to post this. I'm actually going to do that later. Picture of me growing my onions because, sad to say, it's not just going to be onions, right? It's also going to be every other food product, like how they did us with the eggs last year, right? Don't even get me started. But that's why growing your food is so important. Like, for real. What happens as Wendy's is over here trying to raise prices during certain times of day while not raising wages for those people? Ridiculousness. What happens when they start cutting off all of our food? You have to have all this money, just like all those dystopian movies that we used to watch. Let me tell you, I think about that movie. What's that movie? I can't think of the Repo Man. Remember that movie? Was that Jude Law? And they had folks out here renting kidneys and other bodily organs. And if you didn't pay, they came and repoed your stuff. Are we not there yet? Damn near. So, anyway, please garden. If you need help, reach out. There are so many gardeners out here. Let me tell you. Urban Gardening with Gray, DFW, Urban Gardener, Cindy's Gardening. Yeah, we are out here. We are trying to get people on the gardening train. Now, I'm just going to be truly honest with you guys. I'm about to do the no bueno. Because again, we're hitting the easy button. Normally, see, my mind is trying to make me do it. But I didn't really log out for lunch yet. So I really kind of do this quick. But normally, where are they? I would pull out my walnuts that I got from one of my favorite stores, Winco. Shout out to Winco for having all of the bulk items that we need, especially if you eat alkaline or you're on a special diet and you can't eat raggedy enriched wheat bread, wheat flour they sell in the store. You go to Winco and you get you some Bob's Red Mill RIP spelt flour or rye flour. Get you some chickpea garbanzo bean flour. But anyway, I would normally just use my walnuts and make some walnut milk or my cashews to make some cashew milk for the soup base. Yeah, I know. I should be ashamed showing you guys all of the bad things. But yeah, I'm probably going to crack the top on this sucker and throw it in there. But first, you hear that wind? Yo, it's cold as hell outside. I had to bring my pups back in. I can't even let my pups sit out there like that. It's too chili con carne for me. So let me get some filtered water real quick from the El Frigo. Because I do want to put a cup of water in it first while it simmers. I don't know why I do this to myself. Knowing I have no balancing skills whatsoever. Probably spilled half the cup. Let me bring the pot. But yeah, I don't want to say bad things about cans, but yeah, bad things about cans. I'm not a big proponent of canned goods unless absolutely necessary. Like if I were going to put some garbanzo beans in that soup, I have some natural ones, but I also have some in a can. Quick, easy. Here's the thing. Especially now, like they'll have the no BPA in the cans, and that's all good. You know, shout out to Winco and Aldi's for that. I appreciate that. I ain't never seen that at Walmart. Just FYI. So if you buying cans from Walmart, please look at the label. And sometimes there are, levels to things. So if you're making everything else from scratch and you're gonna be me and do super quick, I'm gonna give you that. If you're using canned goods like for corn or something like that, for the love of Pete and all that is holy, please rinse it, pour it in a bowl, rinse it, because it's literally sitting in preservatives. Now this coconut milk, let's take a look. I can't remember the brand that is super, super good. This is like mid-range, I would say. This one has coconut water and guar gum, which is like xanthan gum. It's kind of like the stabilizer. So it's not horrible, right? It's not the worst. It may not be the best either, though. But here's the thing. I have tried and I have not yet succeeded in busting open a coconut raw and using the milk. I'm still learning. I'm going to figure that out. I'll probably live stream it so you all can crack up and laugh because I'm telling you it's going to be hilarious. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to let this cook on, I don't know what they consider 6 on these electric stoves. Medium? I don't know. I grew up on gas, so I'm used to looking at fire and then I know how hot it is in real life. I can hold off on the cayenne for right now. Let me see what else is in here. Oh, let me show you guys one of my mini spice packages. Bay leaf. Yeah, we'll throw one in. Never hurts to have a little bay leaf in there, right? But when I was in Sac still, we had a lot of Middle Eastern folks. And they had all these wonderful spices. So good. Falafel, what? The most delicious. Oh, I guess I have 2 tikka masalas. What else is in here? This is basil. Look at this. I don't even know half the stuff in here. That's nutritional yeast. Mustard seeds, which I actually use because one day I was trying to make some vegan Caesar recipe and I did not have mustard. That's works. Ground them up with some water. It did make a yellow paste. I used it. It tasted fine. What are you going to do? So I'm going to use this falafel though, just because I like to have that Middle Eastern taste. And then I'm going to add other stuff. So we'll just add a little extra seasoning in there. Put this back. Making sure nobody's requesting my work assistance. Nope, so far so good. Carry on, party on, Gar. All right. Fenugreek. This is another wonderful Mediterranean herb. I'd love to try to grow some of this stuff right here. Again, Winco. Bulk. Yeah, they don't just sell flour, they sell everything. So if you want to get already made pasta, if you're not making your own pasta, make my own pasta word. You can buy rice pasta from Winco in bulk. You can buy chickpea pasta. That was new. They didn't have that like the last time I went there 3 or 4 months ago. When I went this past weekend, they had chickpea pasta on deck. I've tried that chickpea pasta they sell in the stores in the box. Maybe it's the preservatives. I don't know. Gross. Gave me a stomach ache. Could not do it. So I am going to try the kind from Winco because it comes, in the big giant bins. So I don't know. I don't believe that it's that preserved. We'll find out. I will let you know. Anyway, they have everything. Salt, sugar. What else can you buy? They have agave. You can buy agave there. They have honey there. They used to have the amino acids, which is the substitute for soy sauce, but they're out. I'm super sad about that. The guy told me when I went last year that, the people that they get it from hadn't sent them any, and it'd been about 6 months, and they didn't think they were going to get any more. But yeah, and they have different kinds of honey. So if you want orange blossom honey or some other kind of honey, I don't get my honey from there, but I get it locally. But yeah, they'll have that for you. So highly recommend. Do that. And then, let me see. Okay. Pink Himalayan salt. Yes. They have that there. I don't use any other salt. And this container I got years ago. I just keep buying the new salt, clean the container, and refill it. Love it. No, I'm kind of off garlic right now because I'm being healthy. But we will get that in there. I like to use powders, not salts, so I know I can control the amount of salt going in my food. So onion powder, yes. Lemon powder or lemon pepper powder, yes. Real pepper, yes. Yes, please. Just throw that in there. And then some turmeric? Oh, let me throw this cumin in here though. Cumin, another one of my favorite seasonings. And there's the turmeric, of which I need to get more. Okay, so this is all set. I'm not going to put this into later. I'm going to do this. It looks delicious to me because it's just a whole bunch of brown, green, white, veggie goodness. This could be a metaphor for the world. Look at all of the races coming together. Yeah, right. I don't know who the green people are, but look, the brown people, we got it on tap for the most part. We understand the importance of coming together. Sort of like this delicious soup. I wish we had smell-o-vision. Shout out to my friend Aisha. Wish we had smell-o-vision because you would be losing your mind right now. And it's not even cooked yet. Hear that wind? It's crazy out there, yo. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be good. But yeah, so now this is going to simmer for as long as I decide to let it simmer for, I guess. But I would recommend at least 30 minutes. You want to get it all cooked, especially that cauliflower, because, you know, it's probably the hardest of all of those veggies I threw in there. So you want to give it time to get soft. And then if I choose to still be lazy, I will put in my coconut milk. If I decide I want to be a good girl and make my walnut milk, then maybe I'll get back on in about 30 minutes to an hour, make the walnut milk, show you guys how I do it, because my girlfriend was just telling me, how do you do that? And I was like, oh yeah, super easy, like maybe 10 minutes. So maybe I'll do that and then use that milk. We'll see. The other option is you could use your remaining cauliflower, blend it in a blender with some water, and it can be your soup base. So you have three options, you know, depending on how motivated you want to be and how healthy you are. If you're fighting any sort of a health issue, please don't use the cans for anything at all. Please use everything fresh. Use this cauliflower. Make you some walnut milk. I promise you it's not hard. They say you got to soak it overnight. You ain't got to do all that. You don't even have to do all that. I don't boil my walnuts. And I mean, maybe I will boil them one day when I want to spend that time and see how it turns out. But I promise you it's the same. I haven't seen any difference from, you know, the stuff I've seen other people use. And when I just run some super hot water and soak them in there for 10 minutes, I literally just soak whatever nuts I'm using, walnuts or cashews, in some boiling hot water from my tap. Or if I'm, you know, making like a tincture or something that is for medicinal purposes, I'll boil some filtered water or distilled water on the stove. And then I will soak the nuts in there. So again, 10 minutes, soak them in there in that hot water, and then they will be soft enough. Pour it into your blender, and then blend it up. The hardest part about making walnut milk is, you know, using your cheesecloth. And that wasn't even hard. Really, the hardest part for me was getting rid of the walnut pulp, because my body or my mind kept saying, you know, you can do something with that. Don't throw it away. It's the hoarder in me. I didn't want to let it go. But I will update you, and I will definitely show you guys what it turns out to look like at the end. And if I ended up using the canned coconut milk, or if I went wholly healthy and used the cauliflower or the walnut milk. I do have some cashews too, but I'm saving those for something else. So stay tuned, eat healthy, cook healthy, and just so you know, there's an herb for that. All right, y'all, be safe.